Hello everyone and welcome to Kiki Crochet. In this video we are going to learn how to crochet this beautiful summer triangular mini shawl or mini scarf. So this is how it looks. This is the bottom part, the edge, and this is how it looks going upwards, and this is where the shawl starts. Well, we're gonna make it a mini shawl, but you can make it a regular shawl by crocheting more rows, okay? So we're starting right over here, and this is how we're going to be crocheting it. Okay, I haven't finished it yet. We're going to make the border together, but let's see how to start it first. I'm crocheting with a 3mm crochet hook, and the yarn that I'm going to be using is Alize Bella, and this is a yarn that's 100% cotton. It's 1.76 ounces and 197 yards. Okay, so let's see how we're going to start. I'm going to start by crocheting 7 chains. Okay, so start with your beginning knot. And now we're going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Wrap your yarn around your hook once and put your hook in the first chain that we made and work a double crochet. Now chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and put your hook in the same chain as we did and work one more double crochet. So this is how we're starting our shawl. Okay, now we're going to start row 2, where we're going to start by chaining 3, 1, 2, 3. Those 3 chains count as one double crochet. So grab the yarn and turn your work. Now in the first chain 3 space, I am going to work 7 double crochet. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Plus the first chain 3 that I did, I have 8 double crochet to begin with. Now take your yarn and work 1 double crochet in this center double crochet over here. And now in the next chain 3 space right over here, in the next chain space, we're going to work 8 double crochet again. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and my 8th double crochet. I'm going to count 4 chains, counting from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right in here, I'm going to work my 8th double crochet. Okay, so this is how row 2 looks like. Now we're going to start row 3 and start writing down the information, because row 3 and row 4 are going to be my rows of repetition. So up until we finish our shawl, we're going to be repeating 2 rows. So I'm going to start by chaining 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those 6 chains count as a double crochet, the first chain 3, and the next 3 chains count as a chain 3 space. So grab the yarn and turn your work. And I'm going to work 1 double crochet in the first double crochet for this row. So by doing this, I have made an increase. So I worked 1 double crochet, chain 3, and 1 double crochet in my first double crochet. Okay, chain 1. Now I'm going to skip 2 double crochet, 1, 2. I'm going to put my hook in the third double crochet and I'm going to work 3 double crochet in a row. So 1, next stitch, 2, next stitch, 3. Now I am going to chain 1. Again, I am going to skip 2 double crochet. I'm going to put my hook in the third, but this stitch, the third stitch that I just put my hook in, is the double crochet that I worked on top of the double crochet of the previous row. So this is always going to be the corner, the edge of my shawl. So in this stitch, I am always going to be working an increase. So I'm going to work 1 double crochet, chain 3, 1 double crochet in the same stitch, chain 3, and 1 double crochet in the same stitch. So this is always going to be my corner. Okay, now chain 1, skip 2 double crochet, put your hook in the third and work 3 double crochet in a row. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, skip 2 double crochet, 1, 2, put your hook in the third, which our third double crochet is the chain 3 that we started the previous row. Make sure you do not get confused because these chain 3 count as a double crochet. So skip 2, put your hook in the third, so in the third out of those 3 chains, and work the increase as you did in the beginning of the row. So I am going to work 1 double crochet, chain 3, and 1 double crochet in the same stitch. Now row 4 is the second row of repetitions. So always I'm going to be starting with a chain 3, 1, 2, 3, which counts as a double crochet. And in the first chain 3 space, I am going to work 7 double crochet. Plus the chain 3, I'm going to have 8 double crochet to begin with. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I've made my 8 double crochet, the 7 that I just made, and the 3 chains give me my 8 double crochet. I finished this step, so I'm going to chain 1. Every time that we complete a step, we are always going to be chaining 1. So now, on top of this 3 double crochet that I made in a row, I'm going to put my hook in the center one, and I'm going to work a double crochet. So I finished this step, so I'm going to chain 1. Now I'm going to skip the next double crochet, the chain 1 space. So I'm going to go right ahead and crochet in the chain 3 space. So I'm going to work 7 double crochet in the chain 3 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now this is our corner, right? So on top of the double crochet, work a double crochet. So this is your center stitch of your shawl. On top of the double crochet, work a double crochet. And now we're going to work 7 more double crochet in the next chain 3 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we completed crocheting in the corner. So we finished this step, so I'm going to chain 1. In the next 3 double crochet in a row, I'm going to put my hook in the center stitch in the second out of the 3 double crochet, and I'm going to work only 1 double crochet, chain 1, and go ahead in the last chain space and work again your 8 double crochet as you did in the beginning of the row. Okay, so we're skipping the double crochet, the chain 1 space, and we're going right ahead in the last chain 3 space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and your 8th, your last double crochet. Start counting from the bottom. 1, 2, 3. In the 4th chain, put your hook and work your last double crochet for the row. Okay, so we've completed row 4, and this is how our shawl looks like so far. So now we're going to start repeating row 3 all over again. So we're going to start by chaining 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So those 6 chains, the first 3 count as a 1 double crochet, and the next 3 chains count as a chain 3 space. So grab the yarn and turn your work. Put your hook in the first double crochet and work a double crochet. So by doing this, we have crocheted double crochet, chain 3, and a double crochet in the first stitch of the row. So we've completed this step, so chain 1. Now we're going to skip 2 double crochet, 1, 2, put your hook in the third and work 3 double crochet in a row. 1, 2, and 3. We completed the step, so chain 1. Now in the double crochet that stands by itself, we're going to work a V-stitch. So double crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and a double crochet in the same stitch. We've completed the step, so chain 1, skip 1, 2 double crochet, put your hook in the third and work 3 double crochet in a row. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, skip 2 double crochet, 1, 2, put your hook in the third, but be careful, this third double crochet, the one that I'm going to crochet right now, is the center double crochet that I worked a double crochet on top of the double crochet of the previous row. Okay, so this is the corner of my shawl, so I want to make my increase. So this means that I'm going to work a double crochet, chain 3, 1 double crochet in the same stitch, chain 3, and 1 more double crochet in the same stitch. So in the corner of my shawl, I'm always going to be working this increase. Chain 1, I'm going to skip 1, 2 double crochet, put your hook in the third and work 3 double crochet in a row. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1. So every time I'm working those 3 double crochet in a row, I always have 2 double crochet before it and 2 double crochet after it that I do not work any stitches into. So here as well, I've made my 3 double crochet in a row. So I skipped 2 stitches, and after the 3 double crochet, again I have 2 double crochet in which I do not crochet into. So I've chained 1, put your hook in this 1 double crochet that stands by itself and work your V-stitch. So 1 double crochet, chain 3, and 1 double crochet in the same stitch. Chain 1, skip the first 2 stitches, put your hook in the third, and work 3 double crochet in a row. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, skip the next 2 double crochet, 1, 2, put your hook in the third. Make sure you do not get confused. The third, the last stitch, is the chain 3 that we worked in the previous row. So put your hook in the third out of those 3 chains. And work 1 double crochet, chain 3, and 1 more double crochet in the same stitch. So we complete the row the same way we begin, okay? So now we're going to start the repetitions of row 4. So we're going to start filling in the V stitches. So always start with a chain 3, 1, 2, 3. So when we're starting the repetitions of row 4, always start with a chain 3, which counts as a double crochet. Grab the yarn and turn your work. So in the first chain 3 space, I'm going to work 7 more double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So when we're doing the repetitions of row 4, when we're filling in the V stitches in the beginning and in the end of our row, we're always going to have 8 double crochet. Chain 1. Okay, so in the center, out of the 3 double crochet that I worked in a row, work only 1 double crochet. Chain 1. Fill in the V stitch. So in the chain 3, we're going to work 7 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Chain 1. Put your hook in the second out of the 3 double crochet and work 1 double crochet, chain 1, and again in the chain 3 space work 7 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now since we are in the corner of our shawl, I'm going to work 1 double crochet on top of the double crochet of the previous row, and this is always going to be the corner, and 7 more double crochet in the next chain 3 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I've completed working in my corner, and I'm going to work a chain 1 space. In the second double crochet, work 1 double crochet, chain 1. In the chain 3 space, work 7 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Chain 1, work 1 double crochet in the second stitch right over here, chain 1, And now we are in our last chain space, in our last V-stitch, in which we're going to work again 8 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and our 8th double crochet. Again, we're going to start counting from the bottom. 1, 2, 3. In the 4th chain, work your last, your 8th double crochet. So this is how our mini shawl looks like so far. Again, you can make it a regular shawl by making more rows as the one as I'm gonna do in my mini shawl. So this is how our work looks like so far. Now again, we're gonna start the repetitions of row 3. So we are always gonna be starting with a chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and turn your work. So those 6 chains, as we said previously, count as a double crochet and a chain 3 space. Put your hook in the first double crochet and work 1 double crochet. So we just made our first V-stitch for the row in the first double crochet. Chain 1, we're going to skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, put your hook in the third, and work 3 double crochet in a row. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1. On top of the double crochet that stands by itself, work a V-stitch. Chain 1, 1 double crochet, chain 3, and 1 double crochet. Chain 1, skip the first 2 double crochet, put your hook in the third and work 3 double crochet in a row. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1. In the 1 double crochet, work a V-stitch, 1 double crochet, chain 3, and 1 double crochet in the same stitch. Chain 1, skip the first 2 double crochet, put your hook in the third, and work 3 stitches in a row. 1, 2, 3. Chain 1, skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, put your hook in the third. Now this third stitch right over here is the double crochet that I worked on top of the double crochet on the previous row. So this is my corner. So this means that we're going to make our increase, 1 double crochet, chain 3, 1 double crochet in the same stitch, chain 3, and 1 more double crochet in the same stitch. So if you're afraid that you're going to get confused, you can put a stitch marker always right here in the center double crochet. Chain 1, skip the next 2 stitches, put your hook in the third and work 3 double crochet in a row. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1. Put your hook in the double crochet that stands by itself and work a V-stitch, 1 double crochet, chain 3, and 1 more double crochet in the same stitch. Chain 1, skip the first 2 double crochet, put your hook in the third, and work 3 stitches in a row. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1. Work a V-stitch right here in the double crochet, 1 double crochet, chain 3, and a double crochet. Chain 1, skip the first 2 stitches, put your hook in the third and work 3 double crochet in a row. 1, 2 and 3, chain 1, skip the next 2 double crochet and put your hook in the last in the third stitch, which is the chain 3 that we worked in the previous row, and work your last V stitch. So 1 double crochet, chain 3, and 1 more double crochet in the same stitch. Okay, so this is how our work looks like so far. Now we're going to start the repetitions of row 4, which means that we're always going to be filling in the V stitches, in which in every V stitch we're going to be making 7 double crochet, except from the first and the last, in which we make 8 double crochet. And right here in the center we make 7 double crochet in the first chain 3, 1 double crochet on top of the center, and 7 more double crochet in the next chain 3. Okay, so we always make we fill in the V stitches. Now in the 3 double crochet we always make 1 double crochet in the center stitch in the second stitch, again 7 double crochet, 1 double crochet in the second stitch, 7 double crochet, and so on. And every step that we complete we always make a chain 1 space to go into the next one. So the 8 double crochet here count as 1 step, chain 1, 1 double crochet right here. This is a step, so chain 1, 7 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet, chain 1, 7 double crochet, chain 1, and so on up until you complete the row. Okay, so let's go ahead and chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and turn your work. So the chain 3 count as 1 double crochet, and we're going to make 7 more in this first chain 3 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And the chain 3 that we did in the beginning, we have 8 stitches to begin with. Chain 1, work 1 double crochet in the center stitch, chain 1, 7 double crochet in the chain 3 space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Chain 1, 1 double crochet in the center stitch, chain 1, and go right ahead in the next chain 3 space. Work 7 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Chain 1, 1 double crochet in the center stitch, chain 1, and now we are in the center of our shawl in the corner. So in the first chain 3 space, work 7 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1 double crochet in the center stitch, in the center double crochet over here. So again, if you're going to put your stitch marker, you're going to put it in the stitch that we just made. This is the corner. And 7 more double crochet in the next chain 3 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Chain 1, we completed our corner. Now put your hook in the center stitch and work 1 double crochet, chain 1, go right ahead in the next chain 3 space and work 7 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Chain 1, work 1 double crochet in the center stitch, chain 1, 7 double crochet in the chain 3 space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Chain 1, work 1 double crochet in the center stitch, chain 1, and go right ahead in your last chain space and work 8 double crochet, the same number of stitches as we did in the beginning. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and my 8th double crochet, counting from the bottom. We're going to work it in the 4th chain. 1, 2, 3, and the 4th is right over here. Work your 8th double crochet. Okay, so we just completed this row, which were the repetitions of row 4. So in every repetition of row 4, we're filling in the V stitches and we're making this 1 double crochet in between. Okay, so now we're going to chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is how you're always going to start a row when you're doing the repetitions of row 3. So the repetitions of row 3 are the ones that we're creating the V stitches. So we worked 6 chains, which count as a double crochet in a chain 3 space. Put your hook in the first double crochet and work a double crochet. So we begin by making a V stitch, double crochet, chain 3, and a double crochet. So from here on, we're going to complete off camera. The steps are always going to be the same. So right here in the repetitions of row 3, we're making the V stitches. We are always right here where we have the 7 double crochet. We are always skipping 2, 3 double crochet in a row, and we're left with 2 stitches that we're not going to be crocheting in. In every double crochet that stands by itself, we are always making the V stitch, so double crochet, chain 3, and double crochet. Here in the 7 double crochet, we are always skipping the first 2, 3 double crochet in the next 3 stitches, and skipping the last 2 out of those 7 double crochet. We always do that. And don't forget that you always have to work a chain 1 space in between. So V stitch, chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 1, V stitch, chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 1, and so on. Make sure you do not get confused here in the corner. If you're afraid that you're going to mess up, put a stitch marker or a piece of yarn that you always know that this is the stitch that you're always going to be making the corner, which is the double crochet that we worked on top of the double crochet of the previous row. Okay, so here in the center, we are always making the increase, which is double crochet, chain 3, double crochet, again chain 3 and double crochet in the same stitch. So we're making 2 V stitches in the center double crochet over here, and keep continuing up until the end. So go ahead and complete off camera. When I finish, I'm going to turn my video back on and see how to create the border and how to make the tassels. I'm almost done with my mini shawl, and this is how it looks like. I've worked 49 rows. This is row 49, and we want to stop in the row that we're making the 3 double crochet and the V stitches. This is the row that I want to have in the end, because on top of this row I am going to create my border. So I've made 49 rows, and let's go ahead and start and see how we're going to create the border. The border is easy and simple. We're going to be working double crochet and P-cuts. So I'm starting with my 3 chains. Chain 1, 2, 3, and turn your row. Okay, so I want to create the P-cut in the center double crochet out of the 7 that I'm going to be working in every chain 3 space. So on top of the 4th double crochet, I'm going to be creating a P-cut. So this is my first double crochet, my chain 3. I want to work 3 more double crochet. 2, 3, 4. So in the 4th double crochet, I'm going to make my P-cut. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and put your hook in the double crochet that we just created in the front loop and in the loop that's right beneath it. So I want to grab the front loop and the loop that's right beneath it, and I'm going to work a slip stitch. And I'm going to work the 3 more double crochet to complete the shell. 5, 6, and 7. Now I'm not going to be working any more chains in this row. I'm going to put my hook in the center double crochet, and I'm going to work a single crochet right here in the center, and I'm going to work a single crochet. No chain. I'm going to go in the chain 3 space, and I'm going to work again my double crochet and my P-cut. So start by working 4 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and work your P-cut in the 4th double crochet. So put your hook in the front loop of the stitch and in the loop that's right beneath it, and work a slip stitch. Now work the 3 more double crochet. 5, 6, and 7. Put your hook in the center double crochet and work a single crochet, and in the next chain 3 space again work the first 4 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the 4th stitch, because it's the center double crochet, we are going to chain 3 and work a P-cut. So put your hook in the front loop and in the loop that's right beneath it, and work a slip stitch. Work 3 more double crochet in the same stitch. 5, 6, and 7. Now put your hook in the center double crochet and work a single crochet, and this is how our border will look like. Now if you don't like the P-cuts, you can just work 7 double crochet every time. Okay. Now again, this is the last one that we're going to do together, and then we're going to work off camera up until we reach the corner. So in the chain 3 space, we always work the first 4 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 4. In the 4th stitch, we're creating a P-cut. So chain 3 and work a slip stitch by grabbing the front loop and the loop that's right beneath it, and work a slip stitch. Now 3 more double crochet in the same chain 3 space. 5, 6, and 7. Put your hook in the center double crochet and work a single crochet. So this is how our border looks like so far. Now keep working the same exact steps up until you reach the corner. When I reach the corner, I'm going to turn my video back on and see how to crochet right over here. I've reached the point where I'm going to crochet my corner. So I've worked a single crochet right here in the center double crochet, as I always do. And now we're going to crochet in the corner. So in the first chain 3 space, we are going to work our 7 double crochet again, and I'm going to work my P-cut as well. So work your first 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochet, chain 3, work your P-cut, and now the other 3, 5, 6, and 7. So we did the same exact steps as we did in every V-stitch as we were doing so far. Now I am going to crochet on top of the double crochet right here in the center, as I always did. See how we were always crocheting on top of that double crochet? So I'm going to work again on top of that double crochet, but I'm also going to create a P-cut. So 1, 2, 3, and work a P-cut on top of that double crochet we just did. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the next chain 3 space, and I'm going to work my shell with my P-cut again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 3, work a P-cut on top of that double crochet, 5, 6, and 7. Work the single crochet in the center stitch. So this is how our corner will look like. We have the P-cut. So in the chain 3 spaces right over here, we did the same exact steps as we did here. The only difference is that on top of the double crochet that we always did in the center, we worked a P-cut on here as well. So when you wear your mini shawl or your shawl, when the point is falling down in front, you can see the P-cuts, and it's going to look very nice. So now go ahead and finish the rest of the other side of camera by doing the same exact steps as we did on this side over here. So when I finish, I'm going to turn my video back on and see how to create the tassels. I have completed working my border, and I've finished crocheting the shell and the P-cut in my last V-stitch. So now in order to close up my my shawl, just chain 1, cut the yarn, pull the loop, and tighten up. So I've completed my shawl so far. Now if you want to make it a regular shawl, you do want to make a few more rows, because when I tried it on, it comes up about to my waist. So in order for it to be a regular shawl, I want it to be a little longer. So what we're going to do now is we are going to make 3 tassels to attach to each corner, so our summer scarf or mini shawl holds correctly when we wrap it around our neck. If you do not like them, you do not have to attach them on your work, but let's see how to create the tassels. And I don't remember if I mentioned, I used about 5 skeins of this Alize Bella in order to reach my shawl up to this part. So this is what's left of my 5th skein, and we are going to need about the most of it to create our tassels. So let's go ahead and see how to create them. So the tool that I'm going to be using to create my tassel is a lid from a package. And the reason I'm using it is because it's kind of open over here, so it's going to be easy for me to slide the yarn under my tassel and make a knot. So if you do not have a lid like this, you can use a piece of hard paper or something like that in order to create your tassels. So I'm going to take my yarn and adjust it in the bottom right here of my lid and start wrapping the yarn around. So we want to wrap the yarn around our lid to about a thickness of 1 centimeter, so as thick as my fingers right over here. So this is how thick I want to keep on wrapping the yarn around the lid. Okay, so you can make it wrap it around many times. So depending on the use of the tassel, you're going to adjust the thickness. Because in some cases we want to have a thinner tassel, in other cases we want to have a thicker one. So depending on the use, you're going to adjust the thickness. Okay, so I'm not going to wrap the yarn around anymore. Cut the yarn down here. Now cut a yarn pretty long, because we're going to use a double strand. So fold it in half. And take the yarn and slide it under the tassel. Now I'm going to make a knot up here. Okay, in this yarn, the strands that I use to make a knot, do not cut them because we're going to need them in the end. So slide carefully the tassel out of the lid. And now we're going to cut through right here in the center. Okay, so all the fringes are in the same length. Okay, so now I'm going to cut another piece of yarn. And I want it to be longer in the one side and shorter in the other side. The longer side we're going to use to wrap it around our tassel. Okay, so put your tassel on top of the yarn, and I want from the top up to where I'm going to tie my knot, I want it to be about 1 centimeter. Or you can just put your finger and you want to make the knot right here in the end of your finger. Okay, so make a knot. Now bring the short yarn at the top, and with the long yarn start wrapping it around your tassel right where you made your knot. So I want to wrap it about 4 or 5 times around. Okay. And now I'm going to make a knot to secure it. Now the yarn that we use to make the knots, you can decide to cut them short, but because I'm afraid that my knot is going to come out, what I always do is I take the yarn Okay, so take the yarn and sew it in the back of the yarn that we were wrapping around our tassel. So just bring it in the back. And we're going to do the same thing with the other one too. Do the same exact thing, sew it in the back of those loops, in the inside of the tassel. Okay, and what we're going to do now is we're just going to cut those two pieces of yarn in the same length with the rest of the fringes. So now it's not going to be dangerous for your tassel to come apart. Okay, so our tassel is ready. Now that we have completed our first tassel, we're going to make two more off camera because we want to have one tassel in each corner of our shawl. So go ahead and make two more off camera, and when I finish mine, I'm going to turn my video and see how to attach them on our shawl so we can complete it. I've completed all three of my tassels, and now let's go ahead and see how to attach them on our work. So I want to attach them on each corner, so one on the left side, one on the right side, and one in the corner down there. So I am going to attach my first tassel on the one corner in the right side. So put your crochet hook under the first double crochet here in the first shell. Grab the yarns that we left hanging on the top part and take them through the double crochet, and we're going to make a knot. Okay, so we attached our first tassel. You have the option to weave in the ends of this yarn up here, right here in the stitches of the first shell, or you can sew them in the same way we did with the pieces of yarn that we made the knot over here. So with your needle, take the yarn and take it through here, through inside the tassel. So you have two options on how to weave in those ends. So now we're going to attach the other side, the opposite side. So again, take your crochet hook and place it under the first double crochet of the shell. Grab the other tassel and take it under the double crochet. Again, make a knot. And you're going to weave in the same way that you're going to weave in the other one. And now down here in the bottom of our shawl, in the corner, we are going to attach the tassel down here on your picot. So grab the yarn and pull it through the picot, and again make a knot. Okay, so if you take it through the tassel as we did with other yarn, you're going to cut it to have the same length with the rest of the fringes. So this is how the bottom corner will look like, and this is how the the sides will look like. Okay, so our shawl is ready. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and if you like the video, please press like and leave a comment. Thanks again. Bye bye.